Yeah. Satan, I'm sick of your lies. Don't you realize it's not getting anywhere? You're not moving me. You're not shaking. Look, just go to hell. All right? I mean, you know that you're going there anyway. You know that. So just continue going where you're going. Bye. I don't know how he got my number, but once in a while he tries to call, he tries to get me. When I fall and stumble, boom, he calls. And he's laughing. You need me. Here's an old saying that I learned. And I'm going to read it out here. If you can read it. Hope you can read it. The brain cannot share a negative thought and a positive thought. When a negative thought enters the brain, immediately replace it with a positive thought. And that's what I do. That's when you say, out of my head, Steve. Out of my head with bad thoughts. But sometimes we get in there and we don't do that. And we get lost in something. So that's why it's best to stay in the Word. And you can't. How can you think about sinning or thinking of not so good thoughts if you're like in this Word studying? And you're happy because you're learning stuff. And that gospel armor is getting thicker and thicker. And that helmet's getting thicker and your sword is getting sharper. We've got to be about our Father's business. There is a certain pastor who goes all the way to Sodom and Gomorrah to dig it up. And I ask, why? Why waste your time digging up something that God buried a long time ago? A city of filth.
But I have to prove that it existed.
Why? You're going to leave your flock for weeks at a time to go dig up some city that God covered up instead of preparing them for what is to come? And they had no clue. I walked out of that church. I had to. Now, Satan, who I was just talking to, he's a drug addict. Well, not a drug addict. He's addicted. And addictions are more than just drugs and alcohol. It's different for somebody with drugs and alcohol. Once they grab a needle, or once they grab a glass of alcohol, it's proof. I am doing it. Here I go. But somebody who is not aware of their addiction. First, before I name an addiction, here is Satan's addiction and his words. This is Isaiah 14. I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt the throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregations. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Okay? And so, if anybody's asking, who is the Antichrist? Who's going to come as a lamb slain? There's your clue. It's Satan. Subtle addictions. The addiction to be in love. And that is, and hopefully, I'm in recovery because I damaged another relationship. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be transparent here. 3 in a row. Because I say, let me fall in love with you first. Let me guarantee you'll be there forever. And we'll talk about friends. And we'll see if it's going to work out. They all like me, like I'm the best thing since pasta. And then I push and push. My insecurities come in, lack of trust, and they leave. They don't even like me. And there I am with a lump in my throat, the size of a Jerusalem artichoke. Oh, poor is me. God, why has this happened to me? It's that addiction. Now, I don't have an addiction to studying the Word. That's another side. Like when you become... Now, some people are health fanatics. And there's that's I would say it's an addiction. Now, if I was studying so I can prove to everybody that I'm smart, I know this, that's an addiction. Okay? But if I'm sharing the Word to edify myself, to feed myself, and then I feed others, if you love me, feed my sheep. When I first became a believer in like 89, and I learned the actual truth, what was going on, I became a Bible thumper. And I was whacking people over the head. And then I came up with the quote, what was it? Something like, you give a dangerous man a Bible and he can kill. You can kill with it. And you can kill faiths. Then the Lord took me out of prophecy and brought me into Jesus Christ. Love Him 101. And I didn't do anything prophecy. And you'll see some of my stories on my blog where God just worked on me, worked on my heart. I'm still not out of the woods. I've still got some bitterness I need to work on. But times are going to get tough. Now I'm losing my anger towards the people, the rapture jockeys, as I would call them. I need to keep track of my time here. I'm already over. I don't care. Hope it works. The rapture jockeys, and I get angry at them because they don't understand. It's like talking to a deaf person or a person that doesn't understand your language, and you get louder and louder. I got to stop that. I don't understand. They don't know. And what did Jesus Christ say on the cross? Forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. He said them. Maybe everybody there present. So I'm on a tangent. I don't know how much time I can get on there. Maybe 10 minutes. I'm going to try. I'm going to shoot for 10 minutes. See what happens. I'm going to try to see if I can get a movie maker working where I can put some really good stuff out. Because I'm fired up. And there is love. It's righteous indignation. There is love. I just don't have love towards the rapture theory. Not the people who believe in it. I have to leave that. I cannot be angry at them because they don't know. But I do have passion. And it's there. And of course, this one isn't going to be funny. This segment isn't going to be funny because I'm a little agitated. And I was studying, I was in chapter 13 of Revelation, talking about the beast. There's two so far right now, right? There's the first beast and the second beast. The first beast is political. Then the next beast is religious, and that's when the dragon is there. And who is the dragon? Right, Satan, because of the 5 I wills. So if you are tuning in, know that I am not a scholar, but I study like a scholar, and I have passion. And I don't know what kind of comments I'm going to get down there, but I don't care. I'll continue doing what I'm doing because I believe in my heart I'm doing what is right. So you'll be getting more videos, and I hope I work on the lighting system and everything like that, but at least you can hear me. I'm communicating. And we got to stay in our Father's Word. I think we're getting late in the game. This is the first time since I've been studying prophecy in 20 years I said, I think we're getting very, very close. We may be in the season. And I don't want to predict. All I want to do is teach. I don't want to predict. Like that one pastor said in 1984 or whatever,
the Lord is coming back.
Well, he didn't. And he's a fool. And there are fools still following him because he's still out there. I will never name names here, but you will know who I'm talking about. Anyway. You know what? Still, it's 8 minutes. I got 2 more minutes left. The addictions. Work on your addictions. Realize the subtle addictions that you may have. Okay. About the rapture. Why? Why would God go to so much trouble in the book of Revelation? All that imagery. I mean, it's wild. What a mind he has. For us to rapture away, tuck tail away and go. And why would you not want to stay, rapture person? And plow. Stay left behind. Fight the good fight. Jesus suffered 9 hours before sunup. They were beating him. Crucified at 9, taken down at 3. Psalms 22, the Psalms that he was preaching from. First words are, my God, my God. Last words, it is finished. The beginning and end of Psalms 22. And in the middle of Psalms 22 it says, I may tell all my bones. That word tell means to count. Was the flesh so ripped from his body that he can actually count his bones? So if you go through a little trouble for 5 months, Revelation 9:5, and he's not to touch a hair in our head because our minds are sealed, what are you afraid of? What are you worried about? The Lord suffered a great deal. Ponder that. If you love your Lord, you will feed the sheep in the darkest time of mankind during the tribulation. Don't believe the cowardice lies of the rapture theory. God bless you.